All right, what is up, everybody? I am still MadMega. Very different game though now. This is new Ghostbusters 2. This is the I would say this is the better, cooler version of Ghostbusters 2 that you'll see here in a little bit. This, in fact, was released in on December 26th of 1990 in Japan. So Merry Christmas. That's when this came out. Well, let's get started here without too much delay. Real quick, does anybody want to shout out their favorite Busters by chance? If you're interested, we can play as any one of Peter, Ray, Egon, Winston, or Lewis. So I'll give you guys a few seconds here, and otherwise we're gonna go with my Peter's the best to choose second because he's the fastest. All right, so I see Spanklin and All right, this is how we're going to do it. In 3, 2, 1, go. So the reason why we picked Peter second is because that's the fastest way to get this started, because timing starts on second Buster selection. The first thing you will notice about this game is that these are the cutest Ghostbusters you have ever seen. Look at these adorable little guys. We love them to death. I think these are some of my favorite sprites in the entire NES library. After having played this a bit, I just think that they're friggin' adorable. They have a lot of personality. You can definitely tell which Ghostbuster is who just by looking at the sprites, and I think that's really cool to do with such a small amount of space. This game was developed by HAL Laboratories, which, if you're familiar with them, they made Kirby, so I think they're pretty good. They know what they're doing. You can rest assured they make a quality video game, and believe me when I tell you, this is a hidden gem sort of deal. It was never released in the US officially because we got an Activision version of Ghostbusters 2 that is, also relatively true to the source material, but I would not call Venkman. Come on, man. What are we doing? You are absolutely killing me. Did you see that? The AI in this game is sometimes not great. Hopefully there'll be actually a few places where I can kind of showcase it and it does some funny things. But so here we're coming up on our first boss, the Scolari brothers. And we just kind of stand here in one place, move over, stand in the same place, and we catch them both, so go us. Good music, I dig it. So let's keep on going. So speaking of music, this is actually a version of Flip City, which is the song, if you're familiar with the movie, that plays in a little montage section where everything is going crazy in the city of New York. That's this song. It's pretty cool. I think it sounds pretty awesome myself. It's a bop, I'm sitting here dancing around a little bit. I got some rhythm. Really don't. But so we're gonna not necessarily catch all the ghosts here in some of these rooms. Oh, missed one. Need to go down here to trigger this dude. Yep. So this guy, we don't have to trap. If we just pull him out of his minecart, they will disappear on their own. So sometimes if we time it out right, we'll literally just do one of those and we can walk away not having to trap the ghost, and it saves us a little bit of time. This is arguably the worst room in the entire game. It's just a really rough room. That the way that these minecarts move is you can absolutely get trapped by them. So that guy's going to just run into the end of the wall there. We don't really have to worry about him anymore. But most of the speed tech in this is just about being efficient and trying not to get hit. So there's some room for tighter movement, but really, at this point, I think that to get a really high level time, you sort of need to grind for good luck on some of the spawns, and like you have to be perfectly mistake-free, which is doable. But I mean, this is a, I wouldn't say it's an especially tough speedrun, but it's I'd honestly say it might be tougher as a casual run. You can absolutely play this game casually and not finish it your first handful of tries. You'll get caught by ghosts or surprised or things like that. So badly handled that balloon there. But that's okie dokie. Okay, so we still have 2 hits. That's okay. We can make that work. Here we're in Venkman's apartment building. At least I'm pretty sure that's where we are. Just based on what happens here in the story and everything like that. But so now we're dealing with a bunch of pink slime, which, if you remember from the movie, was what was in the bathtub and tried to steal Dana's baby and all of that. And it's mood slime, so it reacts to bad vibes. So I try to be, you know, not bad vibes. Try to be positive, especially on this stage. Because there's no boss on this stage, so it's all cool. Like, there's no boss, that's good. You know? So you gotta be careful. They're ninjas, and ninjas are the just some of the worst enemies, because like they just appear out of nowhere, and then they attack you out of nowhere. Like, it's so rude. We're gonna catch that slime through the wall, which is pretty cool. It's like, we don't really have a respect for... If ghosts can travel through walls, so can, you know, proton beams and traps. You know, that's what I say. Oh, look at that. It's the first time I think that guy's ever spawned like that and not hit me. So that feels like good luck. That's the power of positive feelings. I'm gonna try to catch this ninja ghost. I'm not really sure where the ninja ghosts come from. I don't remember them from the movie, honestly. Honestly, don't even really remember the pink pigs here, the pink flying pig things. But you know, sure, why not? You know, making up some ghosts. Although, for anybody that's seen the cartoon, especially the old real. Now, that is, I will say, like, one of the reasons why I think the ninjas are among one of the worst enemies, certainly in this game, but maybe in any game ever, because they are the same color as you. Like, their sprites are basically identically colored, and they can spawn directly on top of you. When they do that, I don't know about anybody else, but I have a really hard time identifying them. They just, it just takes me just long enough to identify them that by the time I notice that they're there, I'm taking damage. I don't know why, but it seems to happen every so often. So, anyways, these guys, as I was talking about the cartoon, I call those Sam Haines. They look like a Halloween ghost from the old cartoon show, and you know, if you look up Sam Hain Real Ghostbusters, I'll tell you who I'm talking about. And I think that's about right. Looks right to me. So I'm catching ghosts through walls again. Like I said, we don't have respect for walls in this game. You know, these are speedrunner Ghostbusters. We don't respect walls. We go through them even when we're not supposed to. Yeah, heck it with it. We'll catch him this way. One other neat little thing about this game, the way that it sort of works, is that you're only allowed to have one door open at a time. So if I get separated from my partner for a long enough period of time, I always do that. I always try to go to the left when I should start down. That's okay. This starts us in a perfectly reasonable place. And I get the chance to make up for my mistakes almost immediately. Oh, crap. How did I miss that one? But so, like right there where I'm a little bit separated from Venkman, if he is trapped in a room, like, for example, in here, if he gets trapped over here and tries to open a door, this door will not open while the other door is open. So you can only ever have one door open at a given time. I hit him, because I didn't have to hit him again. And Pete still got him with the trap, but it wasn't enough. Whoa! Can we please point in the correct direction, Egon? I beg you. There we go. A little scary. Like I said, there's no bosses in this stage, but those ogres are a more dangerous enemy than most, so I guess there's a limited amount of, you know, it's not the best situation for those enemies. They can get you from a very wide angle. If your movement isn't good, you can absolutely get caught by them. But so here we have some more of these Sam Haines sort of fellows. Should be the last ghosts in this stage. Upsy daisies. And now, I believe this specifically is Peter's apartment. And I say that because that's Dana Barrett, and that is Oscar being picked up by Janusz. And there he goes. So now we gotta go say it. Now we gotta go do with the next part of this. So that's all on the outside. That's in the city. So all right, we're moving swiftly along. All right, here is whoa. Not turning for me, Egon. What are we doing? Walking in the wrong direction? So this has some fluid situation here. We've got some slime. This is more of that mood slime. It's a little darker in this at the moment, color-wise. I think it's concentrated, but it has a movement to it, so we can kind of try to use that to our advantage. Unfortunately, Peter will almost exclusively walk through it. Even when it is absolutely advantageous to not walk through it, but hey, what can you do? He's not the best scientist. It's more like a game show host. But so we're gonna collect all of these little ghosts, and as we go, I'm gonna try to stay out of the slime when it is going to work against us, and have no problems walking through it when it helps us. Ah, Slimer. And again, the whole deal is we're just having to clear rooms as we go. Ideally, Peter will get onto a better location to catch some of these ghosts here. That'll work. We get through here. This screen actually has a solution that is, like, you can solve for the most efficient way to move Venkman around to catch all the ghosts. Shoutouts to Dan Cafe. I believe he's the one that did it. I thought it was random, honestly. I was just looking for. I was just trying to be efficient with my movement. Turns out you could actually like solve the layout, which that's so cool. Like you can actually like figure out the best way, most efficient way to kill those slime monsters. That Slimer just absolutely had it out for me. He did not want me to get out of there. I was lucky to survive, I say. But we're gonna try to get through this section here. Unfortunately, the slime is working against us. Got another ghost. These guys here that spin, they have very slim hitboxes. Their hitboxes are... Come on, Pete. This guy has gone away from us. We couldn't catch him the way we'd like to, so we're gonna... So... There are 3 dimensions in this game, and those ball things that the slime molds can throw at you can hit you, even if they're not necessarily on what you think is the same plane as you. So, you know, whatever. Pete, thank you. So here's a new boss. This boss will have 3 and eventually 4 slime monsters like show up. And the way that we deal with them is we just have to like dodge them so that they don't shoot us and we shoot them is really all this is. And we hold our proton beam on them until each of them disappears. When 4 of them are on the screen, you know that there are only 4 left. And so now we're going to take out the second to last one. This is the last one, and we're going to try to get Pete into a good position. And we catch the last one, and that's the end of stage. What's that, 4? Right? Sure. Why not? Maybe 5. It's 5. It's fine. So here we've got the museum stage. This is the last actual stage, so to speak, where there are actual rooms that we have to clear out and lower ghosts that we have to sort out. This is one of the few actual bits of speed tech in the entire game. Is those purple ghosts will spin around, and what they will do is they will break up into smaller pieces. I can't believe I didn't catch that one. They'll break into smaller pieces if you catch them one at a time, but you can stun them in the right order so that they do not actually so that they won't actually break into multiple pieces, and you can catch them both at once. So we were very lucky to survive that. That dude very likely could have hit us, but he didn't, so go us. We survived. We got some new orange paleted Slimers, because why not? That's a 1-up. That's good news. Yo, Pete, all the way. Hey, up here. Come on. Good God. I don't know what his problem is, but he is not doing a great job today, Pete. I will tell you. So the only thing that I control of Pete is when he throws out the trap. Otherwise, Pete is, he figures out where to get to on his own, and the only thing that I get to do is tell him, hey, dummy, throw out the trap. And unfortunately for me, he kind of is a dummy. However, if he does get lost, he isn't entirely helpless. If you hit B, you'll reset his search, and he'll sort of run back in a straight line to you. Or if you leave him to his own devices, he will run around the nearest wall that he finds until it ends, at which point he'll find the next wall and just keep following walls until he gets to you. It's not entirely different from like if you're ever lost in a darkened cave, just keep one hand on, just keep going. Like you'll eventually come to the end. You'll go around the whole thing, but you'll get to the end, Sort of that same idea. Like it's a slow way to do it, but it'll work. Gotta catch a couple more Sam Haines. And there's all of this cool art and stuff, I guess, with some slime all over it. Looks like a couple of Slimer posters here, see? So this is actually a section where you have to be very deliberate in your movements because Pete will always get stuck there. Or really whoever your second Ghostbuster is will always get stuck there. That one really is annoying to me because I hit the button to shoot the beam and nothing happened, and had it happened I would have been able to catch the ghost before he did damage to me, but it's a poor craftsman that blames his tools, but god damn it, I feel like I'm doing things right, and it's fighting me. The game is fighting me, and I'm blaming the game, mind you. I disagree with its assessment of when I have pressed buttons and when I have not so far today. Bugs Bunny wasn't giving me this trouble. Bugs is cool. Bugs is like, yeah, everything's on the up and up. Ghostbusters here is like, no, man, not today. That's okay. We'll carry on. I'm not gonna let it get to us. And we're just gonna bust a few more ghosts here. And we're gonna save the day. Because that's what we do. We're the Ghostbusters. And we're going to try to leave Pete behind. We do. That's always good. Got some more of these big ogre type dudes. And now we're really hitting the end of the museum level, where really what we're dealing with more than almost anything else is this room. This room is the worst. It's sort of dangerous, and I mean, you saw how that ninja spawned. Like, did you see that? Like, what was that about? Supposed to catch, like, had to run away and turn around and catch him. Like, that's not nice. Come on. Ghosts are mean. Yo, why would you try to catch that one? Alright, unfortunately this room is almost never efficient, just sort of by its nature. Just the order of the way that things spawn, they will almost inevitably split themselves up along the room in a way that's just sort of non-sustainable. But whoops. We're gonna try to catch as many of these guys as we possibly can, as quickly as we can. Ooh, that guy spawned in the table. See, there are some cases where Pete would just turn down. We could get the catch much earlier, but that's really one of the keys, is knowing the best way to move so that Pete goes in an efficient way as well. You just sort of, eventually the more you play it, the more you kind of see the way that the character sort of follows you to a certain extent and then forgets how to in other cases. So now we're at the second to last boss of this. This is Dr. Janisch. He's from the Upper West Side. He's Peter McNichol was the actor, actually. Pretty cool fella. Ends up in a bunch of other TV shows and movies. Using Addams Family Values, too. I don't know. Just random facts about actors from the movies here, folks. That's what I got for you today. I don't know why. Alright, so we have to do this 10 times, where we have to dodge the laser eyes of Janisch here. Which luckily isn't too difficult. Once we sort of get our timing down, we just go down and up and down and catch. Nice and easy. And you can pick any of these if you want to catch them. I just find this one to be the easiest to dodge and to move around with. So, just start here. And I've lost count, so this is honestly the hardest part for me, is remembering to count to 10 on this, so that when I get to 8, I can go catch the 9th one straight away instead of waiting. So, like right there. And now we'll go up here. And there we go. Alright. We're almost done. We're almost done here. Now, this is Spirit. Some people hear it, some people fear it. Some people just won't go near it. But we are going to take it out, no problem. This is the final boss. This is Vigo. And we are like the buzzing of flies to him. However, I think we're going to prove a little more annoying than that. Because let me tell you, if you ever run into a bully, you just hit him right. Just go and proton beam right there, and just kind of hold the proton beam right, that region, so to speak. And I bet you it's a little more annoying than some flies, I'll tell you. So here we're literally just gonna keep hitting them with our proton pack here, trying not to get hit. We're very judiciously letting off and turning the blast back on at various times. And time's coming up here once he's gone, and once I lose control, which is time. So we saved baby Oscar, and we saved the world. And we get this nice little video here at the end where Vigo laughs, but Statue of Liberty comes in and kicks him out, and that's really how it goes. So that is new Ghostbusters 2. Up next is Ghostbusters 2. We can talk about that. Stick around, it's pretty cool.